Central Ghetto.
Hi everybody, welcome to this week's Ghetto vlog. Long-time viewers of the channel will know this backdrop means I am heading to my locals. Actually been a few weeks since I've hit up the locals, so I'm overdue a visit to one of the charity shops, the CEX, and with Mini Ghetto's imminent arrival, we're talking any minute, right? So I didn't want to venture out too far on this week's game hunt. The first thing that I'm going to do is drop into old Mike Ashley's Emporium, because last time I was here the game store was closing down, and that inevitably means it's now part of the Sports Direct franchise, right? So whilst I'm not holding my breath, it's going to be up to much. I've got to go and take a look at my local game store, right? Right in the back of the store, we have camping equipment. To be honest, it was even worse than I thought it was going to be. I mean, listen, it's good that they're still in business and you don't want people to lose their jobs, and I think it's important that there is still somewhere on the high street that people can go and buy new video games. I think it's good that young kids, should they still want physical in this day and age, can go somewhere and pick them up and have that experience. But I mean, it's a sorry state of affairs. It's this tiny little corner, like I say, tucked away behind the camping equipment. If you weren't looking for it, you wouldn't find it. 3 or 4 rows, which means there's hardly any used games now. I mean, I used to look through the used game section when I went to game, hope to find like a steelbook or a special edition at a cheaper price, but I don't see myself frequenting it very often at all. I wasn't a huge fan of game previously, and in its latest incarnation, got to be honest, even less so. But anyway, let's move on, and yeah, let's go hit up some charity shops and go and see what CEX is saying. Not every day you see Engage games, never mind 11 of them in the same place at the same time. You know, it's like Engage game collecting heaven, right? I'm not an Engage collector. I think they're reasonably priced. Obviously I don't know the market, but they're like between 10, 20. There was one that was £35. But you'd imagine they would only get more expensive as time goes on, right? But I was tempted by that Catherine full body steelbook. It's £15, which is like £10 or so cheaper than what it sells for on eBay, and a couple of quid cheaper actually than the standard edition in CEX. But when I opened it up, the steelbook itself had a little bit of a bend sort of around the spine. I might go back and check it out, because £15 is a good price, and I really like that pink box art and that sort of pink steelbook, so I might call back in there before we leave. But there's a few more charity shops to check out first. Okay, so it's been a long time since I managed to find a vinyl record in a charity shop. I used to find them quite a frenetic pace, but definitely slowed down. There's so many record hunters. If you think there's a lot of video game hunters out there, that's nothing compared to people that hunt records. So when I saw a hip-hop vinyl, I had to pick it up a little bit before my time, admittedly. The record from 1988, so it's a lot of very early hip-hop. Eric B, Rakim, Fat Boys, and you've probably seen it on the footage. But yeah, for £5, being a big hip-hop fan and hip-hop vinyl collector, I was never going to leave it behind for that, and yeah, happy with that pickup. Wow, what a find this is. So I'm in a shop right off of Beru's, and That was an amazing find for £1. Missing a few discs. I think it's missing season 1. But guys, they sell that in CEX, which is where we're heading now, for £28. It's probably my favourite series of all time. £1. That is a fantastic find. Very, very happy with that. I'll obviously show you guys when we get back, because we've got loads of unboxings to do when we get back to the 3.0. Because of how stacked last week's vlog was, I've got a pile of parcels, some amazing games and everything in between. That, yeah man, there's loads to be getting on with, but I'm so excited by that find, I really am. Yeah, I'll show you guys more when we get back, because now we're at CEX. Okay, so I've just been in OLED phones, which is behind me. Viewers of the vlogs will know I've been in there before. I wanted to get the PS4 Pro switched because I've got a white one that doesn't work, shout out to Gib84 Gaming, and I've got a black one that works. I don't want to switch them over. Last time it wanted to charge me 40 quid to do so. I thought it was too expensive. I went back in, basically told him it was too expensive, and he said I'll do it 15-20. I said 15 sounds good, so if they want to charge me £15, I've got to come back here tomorrow anyway. Potentially getting a big voucher from CEX. So yeah, looks like I might finally get that white PS4 Pro put in the Kallax unit. And yeah man, let's see what else we can find before we get back to the 3.0. Complete with a PS3 controller. Right, okay, I'm back in Wix, which usually means I'm buying trunking and hoping this is the last time. I'm going to buy like probably 3 sections with me creating the Xbox 360 area. I also need to do the Switch, I think PS2. It's amazing how much trunking I've gone through for what is, as we know, 1,500 games. I'm hoping today's my last time. I need to buy it, try and get it done. I've got Kev coming round to the games room to work on a couple of jobs. So yeah, I really want to get the games room in its current iteration done. So all the trunking done, all the lighting done. Like I say, little man's going to be here any day. I just want to get a lot of this stuff done now. So yeah, let's pick up some trunking and then let's get back to the 3.0. Look at what was a very successful hunt in the charity shops. Open some parcels and get some jobs. You know it's going to be a good week when you walk in your local charity shop and the woman says to you, there's a bag full of games in the back. Bring them out then, do you know what I mean? And then the bag comes out and all you can see on top is Mario games. Yeah, that don't happen every day. So it's a nice score, could have been better. We'll go through that now. But yeah, I've got a fair few games here. She only charged me £1 each. So I picked up a few. It's one of them shops where they just charge me a different price all the time. Picked up a few, thinking they'd be £2 each. When she said £1 each, I grabbed a couple more. Okay, so the first one that we've got is new Super Mario Bros. This is a game that I find regularly. I think there's like £10 trading on this, so that's a great start. The other Mario game that I saw, Super Mario 64, I think this one's £11 trading. I mean, yeah, you're just not going to go wrong with Mario games, are you? There was loads of DS games in this bag. So we've got Ninjago, Toy Story 3, another game that I find across multiple platforms, Sonic Sega All-Stars Racing, and one 360 game that I thought I'd pick up, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Actually, a bit of an underrated movie actually, it's better than you'd think.
Yeah, there's a £30 trade in there from what? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think she charged me a £5, so it must have been less than £1 each. But yeah, not too shabby at all. Not a bad way to kick off the week, right? £30 worth of trading. The reason I said it could have been better is because there was a couple of other nice games, but they were NTSC. I grabbed them. I've kept them separate because obviously I can't trade them into CEX, so it's going to go on a different pile. But yeah, man, not a bad start to the week at all. £30 trading. There's a couple of games that I've been sort of waiting to purchase that are in my like inbox basket, should I say, on the CEX app. So yeah, man, that'll definitely help with that. And yeah, sometimes you just need that boost, right? Charity shops, they are getting harder without a doubt. So when you have these days where you walk in and get greeted with a bag of games, just keeps you going, right?
As you can see, back in the old 3.0, and I just want to quickly highlight what I picked up on what was a very successful charity shop hunt. You guys saw this hip hop vinyl, some real nice old school tracks on here, one for the old school hip hop heads. This is probably the highlight of what I found, right? Absolutely love The Sopranos. I used to have this back in the day. I bought this when it was new, so when I watched it I sold it because I've got like 30 something pound back for it. Not in the best condition, as you can see. I'm going to try and fix it up with a bit of like electrical tape or something, but I mean, it was £1. I think there might be 2 missing, but they're not particularly expensive. I reckon I can have this complete for less than £5 all in, and I'm very happy with that. So that was £1, and this was also £1 in that same sort of basket in that charity shop. Just 3 classics, right? Just movies that it's been way too long since I've seen that I want to get reacquainted with. And yeah, for £1, happily watch through those. And then I'll probably just do this as a giveaway on the channel because I don't really collect DVDs. And then a couple of nice finds in what was the last charity shop in the town before we hit up the local. FIFA 17, don't sleep on this one, guys. They're giving £5 trade-in. I keep finding these at the moment. £5 trade-in. People keep missing these. These keep sitting on shelves in charity shops. Keep your eyes peeled for FIFA 17. And Modern Warfare 2, I think there's still £3 trading on this. I think I paid £3 for these total. So that's like £5 profit in terms of trading. And yeah, nice little score, especially with all those DS games that we've just found. They're still sat in the car. I'm planning on taking a trip back to my locals tomorrow. I need to go into CEX. The reason being is I've got a new mobile phone. And I am going to be trading my old one in. And as I said, we're going to be heading to that OLED phones to get my PlayStation 4 switched over. So I want to get that white shell put on that one. And then that just really leaves us with the Xbox One to figure out, the Xbox One X. But with the voucher that I'm getting from my old phone, I could potentially get a white Xbox One X, and then we just have to look at Sega, and then we'll have a nice complete white Kallax unit. So yeah, all in all, a very successful trip to the locals. I think I've said 3 times this year, this is the last time I'm cutting the grass, and here I am cutting the grass again. So I'm in the 3.0. I've got Kev here.
Hello.
That was.
Yeah, no.
What? Let's go again. That's it. It's the trademark now. Right, you said you got some gifts for me.
They're not exciting. They're really not exciting.
Okay, let's. Yes. People out there will know this stuff's in my local co-op. It's like £2 a roll, and it's rubbish. So that is a godsend. So even if that's the only thing in the bag, I'll take that. Fragile.
Yeah.
I don't remember asking for that.
Fraggle tape.
I'll take it. Thanks, mate.
2-inch cellophane.
I mean, guys, don't say I don't give you good quality vlog footage. Packaging supplies with the Retro Ghetto.
Transformers.
Okay, yeah, so this gets me to why Kev's here. Besides just coming to visit the room, of course, and experience my fantastic tea making. This light that we started a couple of weeks ago, or I started, Kev's come to the rescue to hopefully that is faulty and it isn't just my wiring or lack of. So yeah, let's take a look at that.
Working.
It's November, what is it, early November?
December.
These are yours, sir.
Thank you very much.
Good games, good choices. Right, this is my wiring okay?
To be honest with you, I didn't check which way you got around. You got that. I think it was.
Right,
I think that's a dodgy driver.
Right, I'm filming. I'm going to ask you again. Was my wiring okay?
It was. Yeah, it was spot on.
Up to standard.
Okay, so we've got a different problem.
when I toured your room and I said you had that little Master Chief, I didn't I didn't know you wanted a life size one this badly. That's it. You just keep hitting them kick buttons. That's it. Press kick. Press kick. This is how everyone plays with Eddie Gordo. Look at that! You've done it! Yes.
Good luck.
We're now moving on to the wiring, which I showed you guys before. So we've got that nice green trunk, and it's almost the exact colour of this Xbox 360. But before that, we need to sort out a bit of wiring, because at the moment, the wire from the 360 kiosk is sort of, and the extension in there is stopping the two units from meeting flush. Now, what me and Kev are working on is the idea of, if you can remember from his game room, having like a top, like a PVC top with a light running around it, and we're going to do like an L shape. It's going to look fantastic. But we've got to bring these to meet. But what we need to do first then is bring this out completely, empty it of games, get the wires sorted out, maybe drill a hole to alleviate this gap we've got currently. And then once we've got that sorted out, we can then figure everything out from there.
What are the buttons?
The rare sight of Kev playing games is...
Don't look at me.
That's the tactic, just button mash.
Well, I am.
Well, you have to push
Who's going to win? This is the thing. Oh,
I've got to, Anna.
oh, oh, oh. Ah.
Well, I'm still beating him.
You're playing the replay at the minute, mate. Scrooge McDuck over here, look. It's alright, mate. Don't worry about it. It's okay. You have a cry.
That should do me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Just keep you quiet for a bit.
You just asked me to do it.
Okay, so Kev's just gone. We didn't do exactly what we planned to do. So this has all been secured now. So these two units are secured together. The reason why we wanted to do this is because I think I mentioned it, but we want to put a top on. I'll probably be showing you footage now on screen of what it's like in Kev's room. He's got like a PVC bit that sits on top, like a topper with an LED strip around it. It looks absolutely fantastic. Real statement piece, and I can't wait to have it sort of front and center on here. I think because it has LEDs on it anyway, it probably would have been too much to run that green LED around here. Plus it would have been a lot of cutting, a lot of drilling, a lot of basically destroying both the Billy units. Just to add that green, which, like I say, once that top piece is on, I think it might be overkill, and I probably wouldn't even use it in conjunction with the sort of top piece being illuminated. So that's why we didn't do that. But we've rewired around here, so the cable now runs down here. We drilled a hole through the back so it can all go around the back from the kiosk to the plug socket, which is down there, which now gives us that snug finish ready for that top piece going on. The light's been put in behind Master Chief. That gives an awesome glow, as I knew it would. And yeah, not loads to sort of show, but definitely made a lot of improvements in terms of getting closer to where we want to be with some of the finished projects. We're also working on something very special in the gym area, which I'm really looking forward to showing you guys. And yeah, that's something that's going to be coming soon. But yeah, another productive day. It's always great to see Kev. Yeah, this has made me happy. Okay, so it's all dark. The moment of truth. Now what I'll do is I'll go around and put all the green lights on. Show you guys the full effect. Not really picking it up, but I've got all the greens going. Good morning! I am making a very early start today because there's lots to get through, but I've got parcels, and it's probably my favourite part of the week, right? Is opening the parcels, going through everything. I think I've already said some of these are from last week because last week was so stacked and we did so much game hunting that I just didn't have time to sit here and go through the stuff. So let's just get into it, right? First one, I'm not gonna lie, I've already opened it. I couldn't wait. I was playing this last night. I didn't want to watch a review on this. I wanted to sort of enjoy it myself. And equally, I wanted to be able to tell you guys about it. So I had a quick play on it last night. This came as a result of Eddie. Shout out to Eddie over at Rollercore. I spoke about his channel last week. And then he actually ended up doing a response to my modern retro games. Fantastic video, make sure you go and check it out, I'll link it below. But one of the games that he sort of reminded me of is one that I wanted when it came out, and then it was very expensive, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to shop around. I managed to get it for a good price. This was sealed, but as I say, I opened it last night, and that is Jamestown Plus. So this is a shmup, but in every sense of the term, modern retro, beautiful pixel art, and yeah, this is one that, as I say, I put probably about 2 hours into last night. And what's unique about this one is it's only got a few levels. I think it's only got 7 levels, and each stage is quite short, but there is quite a lot of gameplay. There's a lot of replayability, so you play through each level on different difficulty settings. So last night I think I managed to complete normal, difficult, and then it's like a legendary and something else. I managed to do the first level on all the difficulty options that are available to me. Should do a lot of further one down the line, which will be very difficult because the last one took me a lot of attempts. Yeah, so you have to sort of like get progressively better, and the level gets progressively harder obviously as you go through the difficulty settings, but very enjoyable. I've only played through 2 levels. Because I spent so much time on the first level, you kind of get, you know, you spend so much time you almost think you've seen the game now, and then you go to level 2 and it's like completely different enemies, completely different backgrounds, and you think, oh yeah, I've only been on 1 level. So there's a lot of replayability in this one. Every eBay sold listing I saw of this was like £60 plus. I don't want to be paying that. I don't like paying as much as I paid for this. I think I got this for £48 posted from Limited Run. I think that was a good price. I was happy enough with that. It's more than I normally like to pay for video games. It's kind of almost the RRP price, right? But just one that I really wanted, and comes with a nice full colour manual in here as well. All the information about all the different ships, all the buttons and everything, which is always great to see. And yeah, shout out to Eddie for making me spend money. There's been quite a few VRs now to that modern retro video that I put out, and that's fantastic. I know Gib84's done one, I know Baha Ross has done one. The more the merrier. The only issue is every time somebody puts one of these videos out on modern retro games, it causes me to spend money. I have actually ordered another game from one of those channels videos that will be coming soon. So yeah, I mean, you guys know how much I love modern retro, and it's just great to see more people sharing their passion of that genre as well. But yeah, this is one that, as I say, I wanted a while ago. I almost forgot about it until Eddie reminded me, and I'm happy to have this now in my collection. And yeah, I will be putting a lot of time into this one, I'm sure. So at the moment I'm spending my time playing this, and I'm still playing Terra Enigma. I'm determined to finish Terra Enigma because I'm really enjoying it, but it's one of them games, it's going to be a lot of hours. I just hope I don't get kind of dismayed halfway through, because it's not like a modern game where you can just save it wherever you want. I was playing it the other night, and must have been playing for like 3 hours, and you know, I was ready to end it, but I had to get to a certain point where I could save the game, and that's, you know, one of the issues with some of the retro games, right? So you have to just keep ploughing through until you've done the whole section. And yeah, I'm hoping to finish it. I'm going to keep persevering. But yeah, that's the first one. That is Jamestown Plus. I think it's called Plus because it was originally released, I think maybe on Steam, and then with the physical release and it being ported to consoles like the Switch, I think they sort of added a couple more levels, more ships, that kind of stuff, just more content basically. Right, okay, so this next one, yeah, I believe this is a gift from my friend Adam. I used to work with Adam many, many years ago. And one of the things I've really enjoyed about doing this channel, there's many things I've enjoyed about doing this channel, but it's sort of like the fact that people that I have been friends with throughout life, but you know what life's like, you kind of lose touch with people. And then they've come in the comment section or they've messaged me to say that they found the channel and they watch it regularly. That's fantastic. It's even people from school, right, that I haven't really had much contact with since the school days, that message every now and again and say they're enjoying the content. And yeah, I love that. I love sort of like that reconnection. I never envisaged anything like that when I started making videos, right? But yeah, shout out to Adam. He messaged me and said he found this in a charity shop, would I be interested? And what a great find. I've never seen this before, so shout out to Adam for thinking of me and sending this across. And that is 007 Quantum of Solace on the PS3, but it's a Steelbook edition. I think this is somewhat uncommon. As I say, I've never seen it. By all accounts, a very good game. I do intend to play through these games because I always hear good things about this era of James Bond games. And yeah, a real nice sort of sleek, almost like with a matte finish steelbook. And you know me guys, if I'm gonna have the steelbook, I need to have the sleeve cover as well, right? So yeah, massive shout out to Adam for that one, much appreciated my friend. This might be the impetus I need to play one of these James Bond games now. We'll put these games here. And we move on to the next one. So the next one is a gift. This came from Grant, Ghetto Gang member. Shout out to the Ghetto Gang. I have recently put out my top 10 movies. It's the first episode of a whole series of top 10s that I'm going to be doing. Just additional content. It's not going to affect anything on the main channel. You're still going to get your 2 videos a week. But we kicked it off with top 10 movies. Man, that list took a lot of work. Every time I thought I had my 10, it changed and there was another movie came into my mind. But it was really nice to talk about something that wasn't video games. It was nice to talk about another passion of mine and really delve into my favourite movies, right? So, yeah, I really enjoyed that one. There is, of course, a link below to the Ghetto Gang, should you be interested in that. But yeah, Grant messaged me and he said, I wanted to help you out with your Lego army. I mean, I'll take all the help I can get with the Lego army. And he said to me he had a few Romans, so that was it. At that point, I was eagerly awaiting the postman coming. So let's see what we've got in here. Right, okay, looks like there's quite a few minifigures in here. Wow, Grant, you have excelled yourself, my friend. I've just seen one in here. I'm going to pull it out. This is the Medusa. I've been looking at this. I felt like this is something that will help with the battle scene. Of course, as one of the enemies to the Romans. Yeah, love this. I don't think this is a cheap minifigure from what I remember. So this is the Medusa. Viewers of the channel will know I've recently had a Medusa tattooed on my back. So this woman right here has caused me a lot of pain. What else have we got in here? Okay, so this is like the bricks that the minifigures stand on. Yes. Okay. Awesome. So these look to be complete yet. 2 Roman soldiers. Oh, man. Grant, you've made me a very happy man this morning. I think we're up to, how many have we got now? 1, 2, 3. I think I've got about 8 or 9 now. So we're slowly getting there, guys, right? The army is slowly building. What else is in the bag? So we've got another emperor. 2 emperors. And, oh, nice. Oh, this is brilliant. So we've got 4, what I'm assuming are called Cyclops. I think I've already got 1 as well, if not 2. So again, these are perfect for like a battle scene. If I go to create like, originally I was thinking I was going to create an army and just have like rows of sort of Romans. But you need a hell of a lot of Romans to do that. So it might be in the interim period I create like a battle scene. And having all these kind of figures that can be obviously the opposing faction will really help with that. And I think we're getting to that point now where I've probably got enough that I could create a little setup. This has been a massive help. We've got all the accessories in here, swords and everything. Oh, there's loads of swords in here. Shout out to Grant. You have hooked me up, my friend, honestly. This has been invaluable to my army build. Massive thank you very much. If I get time to do something with the figures, I'll be putting it on screen now so you guys can see the state of play and see where I'm at in terms of my army build. And that takes me on to this one. I ordered this on eBay recently. And just judging by the envelope, I thought this was going to be bigger than it is. I don't know if I've made a mistake or maybe I'm just, you know, I'm not an expert when it comes to Lego. So I ordered a base plate. I wanted like a sand colour. I thought that would be the way to go, just like to display all my Romans on. But I thought this was like the bigger ones, you know, like those. I'm sure there's like bigger ones. I think this is 16 by 16. Maybe there's a 32 by 32. I'm not sure. I'm sure there'll be Lego experts watching that'll be able to tell me. But I thought this was going to be bigger than it is, but it will do for now. It wasn't particularly expensive, like a £5 posted or something. And it will certainly do the job for now, because obviously I've not got that many figures. So yeah, that is that. Man, I'm excited by this now. Getting so excited about this army. And this next one, I can only assume, is something that's been sent by David. So a chap called David reached out to me. He asked for my address to send this stuff to. I've got no idea. I don't know what is in here, what's going on with this. It's slightly peeling away at the top, but I don't think it's nothing's come out. So yeah, let's see what we've got in here. Right, I'm not going to look. See if there's a note. There's a note, I think. Unless it's something he sent me and I'm screwing it up. Okay, there's a note. Hi Callum, here are a few items to say thanks for all the hours of content this year. I appreciate that. Thank you very much, David. Here's David, it says at the bottom. The Switch game, right, there's a Switch game, has been played quite a bit and I've finished it several times now. The PS4 game is a pixel art Metroidvania. Well, that sounds like my cup of tea. A genre I have tried and failed to get into. I think you would get more out of it than me. If you have these already, feel free to pass them on to Kev. Shout out to Kev. Or trade them in. David, and then it says in brackets, RMGB TV on YouTube. RMGB TV on YouTube. Okay, shout out to David and RMGB TV. Much appreciated. Let's see what's in here then. Okay, so this feels like... Okay, so this is a steelbook for Skyward Sword HD, sealed. Beautiful artwork on that. And then this one feels like the Switch game. Should the Switch game last? Yeah. So this must be a PS4 game. Yeah. Okay. So, oh hello. Okay. So I don't think I've ever heard of this game, but the artwork's fantastic. It's in a sleeve cover. It's from Super Rare Games, and he said it was what, a 2D Metroidvania. David, you must know me well. What's it called? Flint, Son of Crimson. Never heard of this one. Let me know in the comments if you've played this. Super Rare Games. Beautiful artwork. And as I say, sleeve cover, it's sealed. A shadow from the past threatens the idyllic realm of Rosantica. And only the young hero Flynn holds the power to defeat it. Embark on a mythic journey of discovery, redemption, and unleash the ancestral power of Crimson Energy. Well, this sounds like my cup of tea, right? Studio Thunderhorse Humble Games. Super Rare Games. Much obliged. Thank you very much. That's definitely one I'll be playing going forwards. And then this is the Switch game, so I think that's everything in here. Okay. Cresta. Soul Cresta Dramatic Edition. Yes, I remember this. This is a shmup. David, how well do you know me, my friend? So you've sent me a 2D Metroidvania and a shmup for the Switch. I mean, I couldn't ask for much more, right? This, from what I remember, because I remember watching a review on this. Is there a guy called Shmup Junkie? I think this is, so this is put out by Limited Run, but I'm sure this is Platinum Games. Yeah. Yes, Platinum Games, yeah, because I remember him saying on this review that usually shmups are put out by smaller developers and indie developers, whereas this one's been put out by, obviously, a huge company in Platinum Games, and as a result, it had quite a bit of hype. Judging by the note, I think David said he's played for it many times, so it's obviously come with his backing. Pilot three fighters and take the sun back from the clutches of evil from this freeform shooting game with the spirit of 80s shooting classics Moon Cresta and Terra Cresta. So yeah, they must be the original series, right? And then it's been brought back to life as Soul Cresta. Yeah, I remember now looking at the pictures. So I think you kind of fly in like a trio, and then you can sort of maybe switch on the fly. So rather than switching weapons, you switch ship, and I assume they have different weapons and abilities. I'm well happy with this. Look at that as well. What I'm assuming is a big colour manual. Is this sort of standard for Limited Run? It seems to be. Really nice. Full colour manual. David, I'm very, very pleased with this. And yeah, it's much obliged. Like I always say, I never ask for people to send me nothing. And often when people message me, I just say, look, you know, trade it in yourself or whatever. But yeah, I really appreciate it. I really do. And David clearly knows me well, because these are two games that I'll definitely be playing. The backlog is big, but these will be getting bumped up somewhere near the top for sure. Let me know in the comments if you've played either of these, because yeah, looking forward to this one. This artwork, absolutely beautiful. I did say on my recent video that I'm going to start collecting more PS4, and this is right on my street. This is the sort of thing that I would genuinely buy if I was in CEX. A 2D Metroidvania with a sleeve cover all day long. So yeah, I think that is everything, guys. Shout out to everybody that's helped me out. Shout out to everybody that's sent some stuff in. As I say, I never ask for nothing, but it is much appreciated when people do it. It's very early in the morning. We've just gone 7 o'clock. I've got loads to do. So I said previously I'm going back into my locals, which is what we're going to do today. I'm going to take my PlayStation 4. Hopefully today is the day we get the white PS4
in situ in the Kallax unit. I should also be getting a very large CEX voucher for my old mobile phone that I'm taking in. So yeah, I'll be scouring the CEX app to see if there's any heavy hitting games in stock, and maybe we'll have a big CEX lottery coming real soon. And then we've got to crack on and get this room done, right? I think I ended up buying, I bought 4 lots of trunking yesterday when I was in Wix. So it's a case now of cutting the trunking down and getting every single game in here secured, and yeah, just getting this room to the best of its capabilities ahead of, well, I suppose mini Ghetto come in, but also some of the plans that I've got going forwards, which Kev's helping me out with. But yeah, man, let's kick on in a bit. Okay, I'm back after what was supposed to be a very quick trip to the locals, but I mean, heavily pregnant missus in tow, nothing's quick. But yeah, we've made it. I've got everything that I needed. Traded that stuff that we found the other day into CEX. Got the voucher for my phone, and whilst I was there, I couldn't resist this. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but because they don't have a boxed price for PS2 controllers, this was £15. Yeah, I mean, it's not every day you see a boxed PlayStation 2 controller, right? What year is this? 2004. So yeah, it's not every day you come across a boxed controller from 2004. I already got a couple of boxed silver PS2 controllers, so I really don't know what I'm going to do with this. But like I said, I could not leave it behind for £15, right? It just felt like a bargain. So yeah, that's my quick trip to the locals. Now it's time to put all this trunking that we bought to good use. I want to get this room fully trunked up, and we're going to start with the Xbox area. Okay, so I've just done it with this one. I'm about to do it here. What I'm doing is just taking a small piece of trunking and pushing it against this edge, just so I can make sure the games stand up straight. Decimal is hidden back here, but it'll do for now. And that just makes sure that they stay perfectly straight now. Sorted. Okay, Xbox 360 is finally completely done. It's never looked better. Now, Xbox One's slightly more complicated because there's a lot of these bigger box things which have all obviously got different dimensions. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut the trunk into about that length, just to house the majority of these games. These can sit as they are. It doesn't matter if they get pushed back. It's very rare that they'll be manhandled, to be fair. And it just stops these from protruding over the shelf, which they would do if I did the trunking hack down the back of the standard size games. And with that, the Xbox area is now completely done, which is fantastic. And we move on. So what we've got left to do here is, I think by looks of it, PS4. I think GameCube's been done. Yes, yes, yes. So we've got Nintendo Switch, which only put in alphabetically, and the trunking, and PS2, which obviously runs down the bottom. It gets in a mess because it's quite easy to just knock it with your ankle or something. So yeah, Switch, PS2, job done. Okay, so I've got a similar issue here with the Switch shelf that I had with the Xbox One games. These bigger box things obviously have more depth. So what I've done is I've left enough gap here so I can still add 1 or 2 additions. But with the beauty of these trunking, you can just slide the top piece along. So by sliding that along, that will keep that in place. It will also allow games to sit flush against that. And should I add another big box one, I can just slide it across and put it in there. So yeah, there really is no bounds, no limits to what these trunks can do. As I was trunking for the Switch, I leant across here, and clearly PS1's not been done. More trunking to do. Okay, so with the completion of PS2, that looks so much better, right? It's time for the laborious job of alphabetizing Switch, getting them on the shelf, and then we're done. Guys, it feels so good after what has been, I don't know how many months, finally getting this trunking done. It just makes the room feel, I don't know, like almost that like underlining of complete, right? That makes it more accessible, more usable, that any game on any shelf I can just grab it, pick it out, not have to worry about games being pushed back, then it not subsequently looking a mess. Just that functionality of being able to walk past games like down this quite tightish alleyway by the sofa down. You can't even see it. Down there, I can see it. And not worry about your hip knocking games in, and yeah, just one less thing to think about in the constant evolution of the 3.0 games room. And yeah, man, and it just obviously, above all else, just makes everything look neater, man. Look how nice and neat everything's looking now, and yeah, just gives me that nice peace of mind. And that's going to do it for this week's Ghetto vlog. Started with some fantastic charity shop finds. You know, we've got more things done in here with the lights, with the trunking, and hopefully very early on next week's vlog I'll be collecting my PS4 and we'll be one step closer to getting that Kallax unit put in. Keep it locked to the Retro Ghetto. It won't be long before I'm spending that CEX voucher on hopefully something very special for the collection. And yeah, man, if you want to take a look at the top 10 movies, the link will be in the description below to join the Ghetto Gang. As always, massive thank you for everyone that's taken the time to watch. Thank you for watching this long into the vlogs. It's much appreciated. Have a great Sunday. I will see you all real soon in a bit.
You're watching the Retro Ghetto.
Ghetto.
Ghetto!
Yeah.
Into the retro ghetto.